Morning YouTube. Today I've done threshold training again. Doing quite a lot of threshold doing a lot of recent threshold training recently. Yesterday I did my first half marathon on here. I only set out to do a long 1.5 hour zone 2, but as I got into it, I figured I'd rode 8k. I had another hour to go or whatever, so I figured I might as well head for the half marathon. So I did it, which was good. Got just under 125, which I was reasonably happy with. So today I've got threshold training. I had that programmed, but I was a little concerned because I rode a half marathon yesterday, although it wasn't really flat out, because half of it was kind of zone 2. It was only really the last 5k that I put it in. So yeah, anyway, I was a bit concerned today about my threshold training because I thought that it would interfere, the half marathon would have interfered with the threshold. But so I was just going to do 2 10-minute threshold pieces. As it turned out, I felt pretty good. I'd eaten well, I'd slept well, reasonably well compared to what we are used to sleeping. But yeah, I did today 4 8-minute pieces with 2 minutes rest. They went pretty well. Never easy, and I've always believed that the fitter and the stronger that you get and the better that you get at what you're doing, it's never really ever gets easier because you will always be performing better. Therefore, you're putting in more of a shift. Therefore, it's harder, or it's just as hard as it was.
Makes total sense.
You're just probably more efficient. And you can recover better. That is the key, actually. Yeah, you can recover better. And I've noticed on these ones, my rest between the sets of the 8 minutes, which was 2 minutes rest. Yeah, 3 minutes would have been nice, but you soon adapt and get into it. And yeah, 2 minutes goes like that, gone. But before you know it, you're into it, and you find a pace that you can sit at. So my thresholds today for the 8 minutes were 149s, and yeah, even the last one, I felt the last 500 I could have put it in a bit more, which was nice to know that I'd had a bit more in the tank. My heart rate was around 175, so your threshold should be around 80 to 85% of your heart rate max. Now this is where it got a bit confusing.
How confusing for all of us.
But a bit sort of grey area is that when they say your heart rate, ballpark figure is 220 minus your age, maximum heart rate, that would make mine, I'm 42, that would make mine 178 max. But for the last 8-minute threshold piece I've just done, my heart rate was 177, so it wasn't maximum. So that 220 minus your age really is a ballpark. I would imagine that mine is probably closer to 190. I mean, so you could almost argue that it's 220 minus your age plus 10, maybe even plus 15. I mean, no one really knows today. You don't really know what your max heart rate is, but I would guess that mine's probably around 190-ish. So that's something to take in consideration anyway. And everybody's different, But yeah, anyway, that was good. Threshold training. I have started doing more threshold training. I've started doing longer pieces. Especially my longer pieces I've been doing on the bike, my zone 2s, do an hour and a half on here, do it on here as well, but I just like to sometimes sit on the bike. It gives me time to do some stuff on my phone. The problem on the rower is that you can't do anything on your phone. You can't even have a drink really, unless you had something rigged up on a straw. But yeah, so I've been doing my longer pieces on the bike, but the threshold I've been doing on the rower, and I've been trying to do 2 threshold sessions a week, 2 longer pieces, 2 strength training pieces, and sometimes a short fast interval session as well at some point if I'm feeling good. So yeah, I'm enjoying this training at the moment. Yeah, and I feel that my 2K and 5K times, when I actually test them, will hopefully, fingers crossed, have come down, because that is my goal really. My goal is to get sub 6:30 2K and a sub 17:30 5K. So yeah, I hope you got some value from this. Threshold training, what does it give? It gives, I guess it improves your VO2 max. It makes you more efficient and probably allows you to row faster for longer, or cycle faster for longer, or run faster for longer. So people who are running, like runners, cyclists, they will all be doing threshold training as well. Anyway, if you got some value out of this, see you in the next one. Laters.